Greetings once again, everyone. And by the way, happy Labor Day to each and every one of you. Sitting outside currently, just enjoying this peaceful day. It's kind of hard to, it's like I got to schedule time just to sit outside to relax. You know, it's like every time I decide I want to come outside and sit for a minute, that's when situations and circumstances come up. People will call you and want to give you their grief or their drama. I particularly don't care to hear all that stuff. We all have our own fair share of problems. Why continue to burden the same old people with your same old problems? That's something that I'm not trying to do. That's something that I'm not trying to get involved with. I'm looking at my patio. It really needs to be cleaned. I need to look for maybe one of those foam cleaners that doesn't really require water. I'm gonna have to wipe this thing down. It's dirty to me. But anywho, it's a good day. I'm gonna make the best of it. I have no complaints about anything. Nothing I can think of right now, with the exception of I'm gonna touch on again about my decision to eat a little bit healthier. And yesterday, being Sunday, I recorded this video, which should air this afternoon. I think I went a little too long on that video. I think it may have been an hour and a half. I knew it took forever to upload. And I was pretty much talking about my decision to do healthier eating, and be it plant-based or cutting out certain meats or certain things. And I got some negative comments, so Labola, explain to everybody what a milk did is. What's a milk did? Explain that one, okay? So I had some negative comments, which I actually did respond to them, but I had to remind the people that you're watching my video, but you're not listening to my videos, because they totally, hey, greetings everyone, they totally missed the point on everything. Hi Jamie, everybody else, greetings to each and every one of you once again. Welcome back. Speed Paint, I don't know if you can see my title of my live, but I tried to put in there that it's at random and Q&A. I tried to put that in there. If you guys can't see that, let me know, because I can't see it from this end. So it's random, it's Q&A, because live is not rehearsed. That's the thing. It doesn't have to be about anything because it's live. So it is what it is. It's all about just being random, just talking about different things and different scenarios. And yes, you're right, Labola. I do have a big belly, and that's why I decided very recently, and keep in mind, recently is why I decided to start eating healthier, and why I decided to cut out beer for now. I did not say I was quitting beer. I said cut out beer. So we can talk about bellies. We can talk about how I passed my latest prostate exam. We can talk about why my skin's so shiny. I have a very complex body. My forehead and my nose is always sweaty and shiny, but my feet are dry. And sometimes my hands are dry. But I don't want this to just always be about me and the little immaturities. I mean, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. I have thick skin. Nothing bothers me. The only thing that If I had to say anything would bother me right now, it would be just ignorant people, and I just assume ignore them and walk away. I'm not bothered by them. I'm not pissed off about them. And if anybody ever thought or wanted to go live with me, and we have a one-on-one back and forth, I welcome that. But we're gonna do it on your channel, not mine, because I'm not gonna get blocked for ignorance. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. So that's not gonna happen. And like I've said, last couple of times I've got on here and gone live, I am searching for new subscribers, and I am asking that if you guys are watching right now, to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to go ahead and drop personal comments, go ahead and drop personal comments. It is, this is an open situation. We can do whatever we got to do, and make it work for whatever it's working for. And if it's cutting out, I'm sorry. I'm outside. I seem to be getting some interference through the Wi-Fi. I know the other day Verizon was having some issues, so maybe now they've hit T-Mobile. I don't know. I can't do anything about that. It's whatever you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask. I'm here. I'm reading comments now, and I don't know. Let me back up. Labola says, I need to get a job. I don't really have a time for another job, Labola. I mean, I work full time. I do some some engineering work on the side, mechanical engineering on the side. Okay, and I also dedicate some of my personal time doing personal things to help others. So my schedule is full. I don't have time for another job. And one thing about me, I've always worked. I've always had several part-time jobs. I've always had a full-time job. In all the years since I was 14 years old until today, I only went 1 year without working. And that's because when the company was dividing up and when I got laid off, I had enough money set aside to where I could afford not to work for 13 months. So I was good on that end. I'm not hurting for anything. I'm not, I'm good. I would like to have more subscribers. Once the channel grow, we all grow together, because I have different platforms. You guys want to go check out some of my videos, especially about plant-based diet, that two people did not understand the video, so they decided to send me the negative comments on something based on the fact that I explained to each and everybody, just like I'm explaining to y'all right now. If y'all can hear me, I'm being as straightforward as I possibly can. But sometimes when you're consumed with ignorance and lack of know-how, you can't understand nothing, no matter what nobody say. You just can't. We all are guilty of that. We're all guilty of that. It's a matter of preference. What my decision was, what I decided to do. I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't have any wives. I don't have any. Sure don't have nobody stepkids. I don't even own a pet right now. I have nothing to answer to. So when I get up and make my moves, I move accordingly to the time and to the weather. That's what I do. That's what I do. And for all of you that sent me messages this morning, that text me, asking me what I'm getting into today just because it's Labor Day, well, it's my day off, and I don't want to be bothered with the same old mess, the same old people, the same old friends. I don't care for that anymore. I use my time off for peace. That's what I use my time for. Got up early this morning, went to the park, had a great walk. It was a short walk, but it was a great walk. They was getting ready for a parade here in my area, so I did not know they was going to do that. But they was getting all the cars lined up and getting ready for the parade, and I should have stayed and watched the parade, but it was too early. I don't know. I should have Googled and see what time the parade was, but it is who's fussing? Speed Paint, who's fussing? What are you talking about? Did I read that right? Who's fussing about what? I haven't noticed anybody fussing. If they are, y'all have to understand something. People have their own demons. People are gonna try to put that stuff out there. You have to understand something, y'all. This is social media. Half the stuff ignorant people say will not say in the presence of somebody else. So y'all just don't even worry about that stuff. I can get on here and clown with somebody all day, but I'm not in the mood to do that. I'm not running the risk of getting my page shut down because y'all, and I love to go off on people. I can go all day. We can joke with each other all day long. I can cuss with the best of them, but I'd rather it be a one-on-one conversation. Somebody want to go live with me, like I say, invite me on your live. We can go one-on-one. We can go full battle for 30 minutes. But if I make you cry, remember this is what you asked for. You know? So, oh, you meant milk dud. Now you got it. Okay, I got you right. I got you now. Because first it said milk did, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Because I can't keep up with what people are saying. You know, the ignorance with the language and everybody. It's just hard to keep up. So now I got you. Okay, haha, that's funny, good one, haha, yeah. But it's a shame that you can't spell a simple word, but it is what it is. You know, it's today's society. You know, I got a fat thumb. I misspell stuff all day long, especially when I'm texting. You know, but I think I could spell did and dud. I would like to think so. Let's see. Speed paint. Back up. What was your question? Tell me your question again. Tell me your question again. Go ahead and ask your question. I'll answer it. I'll wait. You see how this works? See, it's just dead air now. It is what it is. Oh, let's see. See what I mean? As soon as I get on here, phone calls start coming in, text messages start coming in. I'll get them all the way back. The question was, other than abortion, what's the worst thing that happened to blacks? I can't really understand why abortion was the worst thing that happened to blacks. I can understand that because if you really knew your history, see, let me explain something to y'all. It was okay back in the days of slavery. We're gonna take y'all all the way back, okay? It was okay back in the days of slavery when master was impregnated the black slave women to put more people in the field, okay? So master making babies, it was all fine and good. But when his wife started taking a liking to the slave men, and I'm trying to be clean with this, y'all, so I don't get blocked. When the white wife started taking an interest in the slave men, and she started getting pregnant by black men, excuse me, that's when they started figuring out how to abort babies, because master didn't want to deal with the shame of his wife raising a half-white kid. Now, I think abortion affected all races. So, in a question like that, you would probably have to do your personal research to find out, because I can't say that it affected one race over another. And as far as the worst thing that ever happened to black people, you have to ask me the worst thing that happened to me as a person, because I can't answer for all black people. Just like if I seen a white man walking down the street, he can't answer for all white people. I can only answer for me. I cannot answer for all black people, because the things I've experienced can be different from somebody else that lived in a whole nother part of the United States in a whole nother era. So it's a lot to take in consideration when you ask that question. You know, that's a lot to take in consideration. Like, the things I experienced is different from what my father experienced, and of course what his grandfather experienced. Now, if y'all really want to know the personal truth about me growing up, yeah, my dad, he kind of schooled all his boys about dealing with the white race and how they're going to try to do certain things and not never to be disrespected disrespected by nobody. So I had situations when I was on job sites and going to these rural counties, and these good old boys tried me, and when I unleashed on their ass, and when I cussed them out and made them feel as big as the tip of your tongue, and now they embarrassed in front of their other counterparts, their other buddies. Now they want to call back to my job and report me because of things I said. So they didn't understand that every black man ain't the same. See, you might run across one, you might be a group of 5 white guys, run up on one black dude, and they start joking with him. He gonna shuck and jive and drop his head. No, like I told y'all before, I love to cuss a motherfucker out. I love it. So try me. I feel good by it. It don't bother me. It doesn't bother me. So that's your answer. So that's it. And Q&A. I can't answer for all black people. I can't. I can't understand what's going on with the human race, because that's the problem. It's human race. Think about this. Everybody that's on social media right now in a particular age group, they're doing the exact same thing, the exact same skits, the exact same scenarios, and y'all are repeatedly watching it over and over and over and over and over again. So you're being dumbed down by repeated information, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. Do y'all not know that more than 60%, if not more, of people between 18 and now 25 can't even write in cursive? You couldn't even write a letter if you wanted to. You couldn't even write a love letter to your girlfriend or your boyfriend in cursive. You don't even know how to sign your name because of ignorance. So that's one of the things you need to learn, plain and simple, because you're thinking this whole internet thing is going to last forever. What happens when there's a brownout or something goes on, and then your mom sends you to the store with a note and she wrote it in cursive, and you can't even read it, you can't even understand it. So it's all about preparation. I really believe that's what it's about. So we're gonna move on from the racial question. I think I answered that question. I did the best I possibly could with what I know about me. So people lack of communication is another thing. And I listen to what people are saying these days. Is you're not detailed. I get on TikTok and just watch, and I watch the ignorance on there. People are not detailed about where they are. Like my interest, I expressed in moving to Pattaya, Thailand, or Hua Hin, Thailand, which is close to Bangkok, Thailand, and all the people that was on there on TikTok. Well, I'm in Thailand. I love it here, but they're not being descriptive. Where in Thailand? Thailand is big as fuck. So imagine you going somewhere in the middle of the night and you don't even know where you are. Half you all can't even. It's bad enough you can't read a regular map. You can't even read GPS. So when you allowing yourself to become that ignorant, what use are you? And if you're over 26 years old and you still living in your parents' house, what use are you? I'm just curious. And it doesn't matter where you choose to live, as long as you showing that you can be a man about your business. I really do believe that, but I'm not gonna get in there. I don't want to step on no toes or hurt some of these little young folks' feelings. I'm not gonna do that. Today we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna be good today, y'all. I'm gonna try. Let me see who this is. So, let me see. 26. Well, you know what? I would say in some cases being 19 living with your parents is too old. But you know what? At 19, you still undeveloped. Even at 25, you still undeveloped. Your mind is not right. Trust me. I work with people around 25 years old, and their mind is not developed. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've seen more people here lately that lack communication skills. They don't know how to interact with others. And I watch them as they moving around at work, and they all like in a robotic state. And it makes me wonder, And I can't say this with I run the risk of losing my job, but I wish I could. I'd be wanting to ask you, what kind of medication are you on? Because what has people in that state of mind to where they actually walk like robots? And I sit there and I observe people, even when I'm at the park. When I finish my walk, I sit there by the pond, and I observe people. I'm a people watcher, or if you will, a voyeur. And you can take that from whatever grain of salt you want to. Yeah, I'm a voyeur. I watch everything. So we're gonna put that on the table. No sense in questioning that, okay? But it is what it is. But like I said once before, to each and every one of you, if you're on here, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, because I started back doing live to grow my channel, and it's gonna be a lot of stuff on there that's not gonna fit what you're looking for, because I can tell by the comments that you wouldn't be mature enough to understand the things that I'm talking about on my channel. But what may not work for you, because you might be younger, could help your mom, could help your aunt, could even help your dad. So it could be useful information that you could pass along. But see, you all on a lot of people, not y'all, I'm talking to the other. You don't understand that you can be useful for once to your parents instead of being sorry. And they really secretly wish you would get the hell on somewhere. You don't really realize you are a burden. You are a burden to your own family. You don't even know it. Because they're going to love you regardless. Yes, that's true. You know, that's just like these three little young idiots up here in Rockdale County, Georgia, the other week decided they were going to try to break in somebody's house at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I think the oldest one might have been 16. All three of them got, they gone. But that's because they don't have any structure. They don't have any. I'm telling you like this. If somebody break in on me and I get the best of them, I'm going to keep them for a couple of days because I want to experiment on them. You know, y'all will see my picture right there on TV next to the series of Dexter. I mean, it's amazing how then you run up on people. You know, I'm looking over my shoulder just the other day. I'm walking in the restaurant, going to meet my buddy, and dude just walked all up behind me. I'm like, dude, you need to back up. No, I'm not your bro. But first of all, you do need to back up. Don't be running up on people like that. I said, man, that's a quick way to get hurt, because they don't understand this. See, they really don't understand that. They really don't understand that there's a very protective society out there. And see, a lot of people, and I'm not going to make this generation based, but a lot of people don't understand that there's a very protective society out there. And don't be fooled thinking that if it was a racial war, it'd be us against them. No, it won't be. It really won't be. Because there'll only be a small amount of idiots on both races, both sides of the fence, that's going to show up for some stupidity like that. And then those will be the ones that will cancel each other out or getting put in prison or whatever. People are much too smart for that. You know, and I have no problem with racism. I'll be honest with y'all. Hell, I wish I could go to somebody's establishment or somebody's job and they had whites on the restroom and blacks on the restroom. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I've come across some nasty ass white people, Mexican people, Indian people, black people. So we all nasty. So let's just disperse that. And it's funny how the young people are always asking these stupid ass questions about race when they don't even know anything about American history. A lot of y'all didn't even know that there was such a thing as black history, and they took it out of the schools because they wanted to try to erase, guess what, black history, because they wanted all the little black kids to start thinking like the other races. That backfired because now they're dealing with this whole other. See, all that stuff backfired. It didn't work out the way they intended it to. You know, it's all about each one teach one. You know, I can give my version of what was happening in history, my version of what things that I've seen personally. That's just like when I got on there and did my video about, I do honestly have a mystery chef, y'all. This person was brought into my life. We just happened to meet. I didn't know she was on a plant-based diet. I don't want to say a diet because she's not really on a diet, but she's on a plant-based journey. And prior to meeting her, I had already decided I'm gonna start eating healthy. And my biggest challenge with that was I don't want to spend too much money getting prepared for this. I don't want to run out here and buy all this stuff, start investing in all this stuff. I didn't want to do no quick weight loss drugs. I didn't want to do all this. And when I met her, and when she told me that she's plant based, and I said, well, dang, you might be the answer I'm looking for. Can I be your guinea pig? Look at what you got to work with. This is where I am today. I know where I want to be a month from now, 2 months from now, and in 1 week's time. Just going plant based and or just fish that I've had for today being Monday, a full week that I have not had chicken wings, pizza, hamburgers, any of that. And I feel better. And the thing about it is, yeah, you can tell the difference in a week because it was cleansing me out. Yes, y'all, we're gonna talk about some nasty stuff. I've been so, boy, I've been cleansed and I'm still cleansing. Let me just tell y'all about that. So I'm feeling better now. I did not say, and that's what the idiot said in one of my comments when I posted that video. I never said I'm never gonna drink beer again. I said I made a decision. If I'm gonna eat healthier, I'm gonna get a beer break. Because what people did not understand, and I'm gonna explain this to y'all. When you consume a lot of beer has some of the same ingredients in it that has in bread. So the more beer you drink, the more you're gonna start craving sandwiches. And that's what I was doing. But when I didn't drink the beer, I wasn't even thinking about bread. So it was, and when I made that decision not to drink it, and now this week, I had some wine. I had a cocktail. But when I tell you I'm done right now with beer, and for the guy that said that, well, you can, man, everybody on tomorrow, they're going to quit drinking. I never said I quit drinking. I said I'm going to give up the beer because I was drinking too much beer. I was drinking heavy beer. I don't do light beer. If I got to drink light beer, I might as well not drink at all. So that's why I was on that. But anyway, when this person entered into my life, and if y'all go watch any of my videos, you will hear her in the background. She never said anything about she don't do any kind of meats. When she first told me that she does not do she don't do ground, she don't do beef or chicken. I was like, man, you're the answer that I've been looking for. Because take it from me, I'm somebody that would not eat shrimp. I would not eat crab meat or anything. So now I'm about to get introduced to it. I'm not saying I did not like it. It was just something that I care for. Now, here I am on any given day. I can come home from work. I might want 4 or 5 beers. I'm good. I might have a little light dinner. But the next morning, once I've laid down and all the ingredients of that beer start to kick in and start to activate, the first thing I wake up in the morning, I'm hungry. What am I doing? I'm stopping off somewhere getting a biscuit. This kind of biscuit, that kind of biscuit. So it's all playing a dangerous role. And that's why I made that decision. You know, this is based on what I'm going to do for me. I'm not on here saying, hey, y'all need to put them sandwiches down. I didn't tell nobody that. I didn't tell nobody that I'm done with beer. In all the years I've been living, I didn't start drinking beer till late in life. And by late in life, it probably was 35 maybe. And I would go in these spells to where I would drink that last beer and I wouldn't drink another one for a year. And I'm on that. That's where I am right now. You know, and I'm doing it week by week. It's going to be a wait and see. Do I miss anything? Am I craving a hamburger? Am I craving chicken wings? Am I craving pizza? No, I'm not. Because I got enough stuff in here right now to snack on. I came in from my walk. I'm not going to tell you, I got up this morning, fixed me 2 scrambled eggs and had a cup of coffee. Went to my morning walk, came back hungry as I don't know what. I just sit here and ate a lot of grapes. I had a Mediterranean salad, 2 helpings of that, and that's it. The fun thing is, I don't eat a lot of sweets, but enough about that. Let me read these comments because it's supposed to be Q&A, and y'all got me rolling my mouth. Let me see what else going on. No. Somebody asked me a question. I guess it was a question about am I an alcoholic? No, I am not. Um, I just like cold beer, and and it's not like I was doing this every day. It was the days that I did do it. Like maybe a Thursday if I go out with my buddies. You know, time will go by, or maybe if it's a Friday. It was not every day. I couldn't. First of all, I can't afford to drink that much beer every day. You know how much going back and forth to the store, and and I don't drink cheap beer, so I know I can't afford it. So that was the thing. I just decided to give myself a break from it. Some people eat overeaters. So what you gonna call them, a foodaholic? I am a foodie. I love to feed people. I love to have a sexy young lady come over and I just cook and feed her, just feed her and feed her. I'm a foodie. That's what I am. Um, but it's just about making a decision. That's all it is. But as far as anything else, no, I'm not troubled by it. It wasn't something I became dependent on. If I'm gonna tell y'all what my drug of choice is. It's coffee. If everybody want to know, my drug of choice is coffee. I've got to quit coffee. I'm gonna go to rehab and hey, my name is Junebug. I'm a coffee holic. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm trying to switch up and give it up. I used to only drink coffee maybe a cup or two in the morning, never on the weekends. I found myself going through coffee 3 or 4 cups a day, every day. So that's the one thing. I don't remember the last time I went more than 3 days without a cup of coffee. And I'm not talking about Starbucks and all these metrosexual ass coffees they got out here. I drink real coffee, regular coffee that I make myself. Or when I go to work, I make it in the break room. I don't drink all this fancy ass. That's a whole nother question. That's not coffee, y'all. That's not coffee. You're gonna bring me some coffee. Bring me some grown man ass coffee, okay? Never mind all that little foo-foo ass stuff y'all out there drinking. But to each his own. You know, I can't judge you because you want to have a cup of extra whip latte upside down, tastes like strawberry, whatever y'all be ordering. And then they got nerve to try to sell y'all on this is coffee. Man, that is nothing but flavor hot chocolate. Most of these coffee shops that are selling y'all all this flavor stuff, it's not even in the coffee in there. Most of it's cocoa. Y'all don't know that. Go figure, right? So so that's just the basis of it. And see, I just went on a whole spiel. I'm not going to backtrack. I explained the whole bill situation, and once again, somebody can't grasp what I'm saying. So we just gonna move on from that, and it's always the stupid one back there in the back of the class. Let me just y'all know the ones y'all dealt with that. Y'all dealt with it. It's the stupid ones in the back of the class. It is what it is. But go figure, right? But really, me being on here right now, I am looking for new subscribers. I am. I want to grow my channel. I really do because my intent to still go visit Pattaya, Thailand. I want to go to the Philippines. I even want to visit parts of Cambodia. My plan was, or still is, to do part of it. Pay attention, y'all. Part. I can't do all this in 3 weeks. Part of it in January. That was my plan to go visit. And I'm still on my journey to eventually retire and move to parts of Thailand for 2 years. And probably in Hua Hin, which is Huahin. So you pronounce it however you want to. So for me, it comes out Hua Hin because I'm Southern born, I'm Southern bred, I'm right here in the deep South. Okay, but I wanted to really do that for 2 years, and then hop over to the Philippines, and I haven't narrowed down where I want to be in the Philippines, but to probably stay there for a year and then visit parts of Cambodia for about 6 months, pop back over to while here in Thailand, and maybe return to the United States in 5 years from the day of my retirement. But the issue is retiring and paying the high cost of medical insurance. Oh yeah, it's a killer. So here's the thing. My decision to possibly retire at the end of 2026 is pushed back because it doesn't make sense for me to retire from a company to where I got decent insurance and I retire there, and then I got to go work somewhere just to pay for medical insurance, because there's going to be a gap between my retirement and Medicaid. So you have to pay for your own insurance. You don't have to. You can run a risk, but I'm not running that kind of risk. Just as sore as I'm sitting out here right now, I can get stung by a wasp, and I might need medical attention. You know, it goes beyond what if you get in a car accident or what if this. No, it could be a damn bug could take you out. Like you don't have insurance. So I do still plan on visiting, but I got some ideas that I want to try to attend to and deal with. But I have decided to postpone my early retirement unless by some miracle, these United States can do something better about medical insurance. You know, paying out of pocket, if you will. And I've always been insured since I can remember. So I'm not going to run that risk. And it's just me. The only person on my plan is me. So my insurance is not high. So when I got married, the insurance went up. So I had to drop my coverages some to make it affordable. But now it's just me. I got top tier. Give me the best of give me the best this company got, and I took it because I wanted to make sure I was in good care. And I would not pay for those of y'all that are married out there, those of y'all that are shacking up. Let me just call it what it is, shacking up right now. I wouldn't wish that on nobody at this point in life. The hell if I want somebody. No, I don't. Because when they come in, they bring their drama in, they're bringing everything else in. I'm done with that. I'm so done with that. I got many experiences, many years of experiences just being fed up with other people's bullshit, you know, but I don't have to live that life. You know, I like to go visit, stay a while, and bring my little happy tail back home in my little peaceful ass little bitty spot over here. I love it. And I love the fact that this mystery chef was brought into my life and is making my life better by a healthier way of eating. And that's what the naysayers didn't understand. I made this decision based on me. I didn't get on here and say, if any one of you right now, everybody from the intelligent ones down to, y'all know, those that don't know, they don't know. I didn't ask y'all to join this journey with me. It's my journey. You know, and I thought about this young lady, I'm not going to put her out there because I don't want y'all to start harassing her. I watch her journey. And she talked about one day some of the hateful things that people are saying that she's getting from other people. Look, when I sent her a personal message, and I was like, you know what? Just use that to your strength. Because here's the thing. It doesn't matter what they say when they message you. The fact is they are messaging you. And that counts on that's a plus for you. That's going to help you in the long run. So y'all keep it coming. The more y'all send me messages, the more y'all got things to say. If you want to send me a comment and all these things, if you want to subscribe to my channel, so that way you could send me all these messages, it's going to help me out. So I'm going to thank you. I'm going to thank all of them, the good, bad, and the ugly. And I don't mean physically. So I personally thank each and every one of you. So it's just that simple. I'm thanking each and every one of you. And I don't know who Timmy is referring to by bro. Who said something about your brother? I didn't say anything about your brother. I don't know what you're talking about. You need to come a little bit better than that, you know. But anyway, it's all about me. I don't, I don't, I don't start nothing. I don't go out looking for trouble or anything. It is what it is. It's life is what you make it. But anyway, once again, I'm gonna have to get off of here, and I'm gonna ask each and every one of you that has been watching this live for 40 minutes. Once again, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you go right ahead. For those of you that have subscribed to my channel, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you even more. And for those of you that's back there in the back of the class that just don't know any damn better, I appreciate you too. You know, when you see me pop up on live, just keep bringing it, because your ignorance is actually humorous. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It is. You know, you don't know that you don't know. I can't fix you. You have to fix yourself. You know, your life is miserable, but you don't have to spread your misery on everybody else. You have to make decisions on your own to do something for yourself. You know, ain't nobody gonna continue to help you. You know, get up and make a decision by say, hey, in 6 months, I'm gonna be not get up out my mama's house and stop living here, being a burden to my parents. Make that decision. Go ahead and make that decision. It's not as difficult as you think it is. And for those of you that are constantly out here, that are hard workers, and especially the ones that had this Labor Day off, happy Labor Day. And for those of you that had to work on Labor Day, well, thanks for your service and keeping America running, while those of us that didn't have to work, you know, it is what it is. I don't remember the last time I had to work on a holiday, because it was a matter of the choice and decisions I made in my life. I don't work holidays. I rarely work weekends unless I got a side project I need to do. And yes, I do work on the side. So unless I have that, I don't work weekends. Nope. Nope. Don't. And there's nothing wrong with having to work weekends and work holidays and work overnight. You know, those are the people that are really keeping the ball rolling. It's not people like me with a cush ass job where I Monday through Friday, off weekends, off holidays, damn near off 3 weeks for December. Every December, I'm off almost 3 weeks. And if I decide I'm still gonna take my trip, my 3 weeks off will be in January instead. I have that flexibility. I don't have to put my vacation time in months in advance or a year in advance. First of all, I couldn't work a job like that, because I never know what might come up. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I decided to take 2 days off. I took them. You know, respectfully put in a request, and bam, bam, I was off. A lot of people don't have that luxury on their job. I do. And I enjoy it. And if you're working today, if you're at work right now, which you was off somewhere, stuffing your face with barbecue and all these things, man, just do your job. Just make the best with what you got. But you don't have to be stuck in that situation forever. You don't. Because the reason why I'm in the position I'm in right now, because of my first job when I was 14 years old. And I paid attention when I got that job. And I listened to the elders about preparing yourself for the future. Just work hard. Just work hard. Get to the point to where you're working smarter, not harder. And that's what I've applied to. That right there, that principle of thinking. And it's worked for me. So, you know, it is what it is. So just make the best of what you got to deal with. But in the meantime, y'all, I got to get going. Everybody have a safe rest of your Labor Day holiday. And until next time, take care.